G'day everybody and welcome to lesson 21, evaluation of performance. So first of all, let's look at why would we measure performance. Measuring performance allows us to look at our strengths as a business, and it also allows us to look at our weaknesses. Then by looking at our strengths and weaknesses, then I suppose ultimately we're trying to look at how we can improve. Also, we are accountable, so we must measure our performance so we can tell people about it, essentially. And the government, we need to tell the government in terms of tax of how much money we're making, so therefore we're reporting some figures in there, and also to people we may lend money off as a business. So a bank, we may need to report our performance to a bank in order to lend money. So how do we actually measure the performance of a business? So what I'd like you to do is just pause this presentation and write down as many ways you think that you could measure a business. After you've written down those, look at how you'd actually go about measuring them. So it's important that when we're looking at performance that it is a measurable thing, not just by saying, oh, our performance is going, we are performing very good. What does very good mean? Can we put a figure on it? Welcome back. After writing down how you'd go about measuring a business, we're now going to look at two separate categories you need to know about in terms of measuring the performance of a business. And the first one is financial. So I want you to look down your list that you've created and look at which of those can you measure in dollars. Those ones that you can measure in dollars are financial indicators, an indicator of performance. So some of the common ones are the level of cash flow, so that's the money coming in and out of your business, the level of profit, I'll talk more about profit in a minute, level of sales revenue, return to shareholders, and another one is profitability. So profitability is a fancy way of saying how much profit can we make in this business. A few definitions here. So net profit is the difference between revenue earned from the operations meaning what we actually do in the business, and any expenses incurred in earning that revenue or that money. So expenses are a cost you have in order to make the product or produce that service, and the revenue is the money that you receive from selling the good or service. So of course, just because we sell this fantastic Richmond cup here for say $10, that does not mean that that's all profit. So $10 is the revenue. So in order to make or work out what the profit is, we need to go the revenue minus expenses. So the revenue, $10. The expenses for making this fantastic cup is $7. So therefore the profit would be $3. So there are also other performance indicators of a business that are non-financial. That, for example, level of employee satisfaction. So these are things that don't involve the dollars. Number of staff leaving the business for employment elsewhere. Number of days that staff take off. Customer satisfaction. Look, I've just thrown 4 out here, but it's any other indicator that doesn't involve money that measures the performance of a business. Now what we find in business management is that if a business is performing low on these non-financial indicators, that generally means that they end up performing badly on the financial indicators.